There it is.
That's right off. That's the first one.
It's
What
really
else?
low. Bring that up. Is your phone up?
No, I got it.
There we go. There we go. Now we're good.
Yo! That's much. I'm still learning. Like I'm gonna have to figure out the acoustics exactly.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. Is like as soon as I figure out the acoustics on or the sound on one microphone or the way we got it set up. So I no echo, but let's do that to that. Bring that to there. That's there. And I want that about in the center of us.
Can you hear me good?
Hmm?
Can you hear me pretty well? Fairly well. Test.
Check. What's up, y'all? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I am Uncle Sam, and today I have Matthew Garrett. Mr. Matt Garrett, what's up, bro? All right.
We're getting it figured out.
Yeah, we are getting it figured out. Oh, I like that part.
That.
Yeah. So we got who are we listening to, man?
Alien Cake Music. I have to give a shout out to my buddy Paul Nagy. He's the one that showed me this particular group, guy, band. I don't know. We talked about this earlier. We have to investigate, some research, find out who are these people.
So who is Alien Cake Music?
Yes.
That is the question for this afternoon. Y'all missed it. We started talking earlier, and we've been at my house for like 2 hours.
Has it been that long?
It's been almost 2 hours. Just putting stuff together, moving stuff around. Hey, what's up? So y'all notice like we're not in the bedroom. We're having to figure out the idea of having guests and stuff and checking stuff out. But on the way over here, he was showing me this Alien Cake Music. This is a heart-shaped box, which was originally by Nirvana, obviously. But it also says Teddy Mercury and Plutonymous, Hugo Mars, Alien Cake Music on this version of Everlong. So I'm gonna avoid touching that. So I don't want to put
You brought up the comment that it was more in the realm of lo-fi, kind of chill vibe music. It's really super slowed down, which a lot of the time when I'm playing around on the guitar doing my thing, I'm just vibing, chilling. I not only drop the tuning a half a step down, I slow the song down.
Yeah.
When I'm playing it, when I play for people, like when I play for House of Mercy, I typically try to play it like it sound it, just so everybody knows what it is. But I do a cover of Wonderwall where I slow it way down, and I kind of put a little bit of rasp in my voice, kind of have a little bit to it.
Well, you realize you're gonna have to bring your guitar.
Oh, boy, will that not add a whole nother aspect of laying down audio?
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. I know how to do it. Okay. I already know how to do it. I already know.
Which mine's not an like acoustic. Mine is straight acoustic. So
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Or maybe one day I'll invest in a better guitar.
As soon as. So I just got a message from my little brother. That's what that little dinkling sound was. You know what it says? "Fighting Myself" by Linkin Park.
Huh.
So we've got to we got to listen to it. Like, all right, we'll get back into Alien Cake Music. I pulled up the Facebook, so we're gonna be featuring them. But I want to get into this.
We had started this conversation earlier.
Yes.
And you said, "Hold on, wait, pause, stop. We will talk about this on air live." For people who don't know, Linkin Park is my favorite band.
And it's up there.
Have Linkin Park tattooed on my arm here. So I'll before you bring it up, before you start playing it, the comment that I had made paused on. So obviously, this is new music to Linkin Park fans in the world. What they're doing, Mike Shinoda and the guys, they're re-releasing uh, cuts that didn't make the original Meteora album. B sides, if you will. They did the same thing with Hybrid Theory a couple of years ago on the 20th anniversary of Hybrid Theory. They released some of the raw cuts and stuff of the original recordings. But what they're doing now for the Meteora is he's releasing this box set, which has unheard music on it. They released the original song "Lost" a few weeks ago.
That's what's going on in the background right now. Is Lost. So
I'm not hearing it.
We'll kind of see it. Yeah, those headphones.
I can hear Chester now.
Yeah, it's those headphones, bro. We'll get them replaced.
Yeah. No.
$20, $40. Like I'm on the cheap end too. $40.
Yeah. I don't know. You might
and they do Bluetooth.
You might have to bring that input up just a little bit just for me to hear it. I can barely hear the pitch.
Right there. Yeah, my only concern is
You don't want to
I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
I've noticed in the recordings is sometimes the music will start to distort, like the sound.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't have that this time. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds good.
Yeah. Again, we're working out kinks here. This is an initial trial run on how it is to have a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Also, too, I want to thank you for allowing me to be the inaugural guest. I know we talked about this at the camp out 2 weeks ago. But anyway, back to the Linkin Park thing. So yeah, they're releasing this Meteora 20th anniversary album, and they got this song last 2 weeks ago. Well, they just released the next song.
Yeah.
Last night. I'm not sure. I pulled up my Spotify and there it was.
Right.
Woohoo!
First thing this morning.
It's bittersweet. You get to, as an avid Linkin Park fan, and I remember exactly where I was when I learned Chester died. And it's bittersweet. You get to hear Chester again in a new way that you thought you'd never get to hear as a fan. You know,
yeah.
It's like, it's new to me. It's new.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd hear new Linkin Park music. It's
yeah.
old music. It was recorded 23 years ago. Whenever they were putting together this Meteor album, it just didn't make the album.
Right.
But for me, it's like brand new music.
Yeah.
And other Linkin Park fans out there. And that's with any band. If any band is able to do this. This is really, Linkin Park really the pioneer for me on this. I've never heard of another band that lost a band member and then they're able to put out music like it's brand new music.
Yeah, every now and then you'll have bands that'll come back and release stuff, previous unreleased stuff. I think the beauty with Linkin Park is the process with Shinoda being able to take stuff from 20 years ago and it sounds brand new.
Yeah.
And it still sounds brand new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's also something that's a gift that Chester had in his voice. But together as a team, they knew how to.
Oh, dude, they complement each other so well. I've watched multiple interviews of Shinoda on the idea of this release, and from a few months ago when they were putting this together, and he said that he could have went in and remastered some of the stuff. He could have went in and tightened this up or squeaky clean this, or he didn't want to. He wanted to release it the way they recorded it 20 years ago, the exact way they recorded it.
So that makes it even more special.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been remastered.
Hasn't been picked through with a fine tooth comb. He said he did do some of that on the release of the Hybrid Theory 20th anniversary, but on this one, he wanted to leave it alone. He wanted it to come across the way they had it come across back. So, but yeah. So this new song,
Fighting Myself.
It starts out with Shinoda, in typical Shinoda fashion. But yeah, I'm digging it, dude.
Sometimes these thoughts in my head speak so loud. Every little thing that I think about just builds on top of the pain and doubt. Even though I wanna just let it out, I try to act like I don't mind it. Try to keep my mouth so quiet, but sitting there in my silence just seems to amplify it. When I thought that keeping this inside would make it better, I never thought that I would end up ruining it forever. But every time I think I got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets, Falling for grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. I didn't want you to think I'm worn out so easily. I wish I'd held it in so you never knew it built up inside of me. Now I don't know how it overflowed, spilled out unwillingly. But now everything that I learned to hate came out for you to see. I don't want you to promise you can change everything and make it better, cause you can bet I'm gonna end up ruining it forever. And every time you think you got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets. Falling for grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. Falling for grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. I can't run with this weight on my back. I can't see cause I'm focused on the past. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside me. I can't run with this weight on my back. I can't see cause I'm focused on the past. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me.
Yeah. That last minute of that song,
That sounds just like Meteora.
I mean, you
Well,
can
yeah,
tell it
I
was
mean, it's
made
from
for
that. Yeah,
that album.
yeah, yeah. No, you can hear it. That's like it. Listening to it, it's almost like
Taken
taken back in
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
yeah. That,
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of it, because it's new, but it's new old.
Yeah.
It's old new, new
Yeah.
old new.
It's
It-
instead of trying to recreate,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
it takes
something.
you back to
Yeah.
that moment in
Yeah.
time when Meteor was released. A lot of people didn't take too much to when Linkin Park started changing their sound. Me personally, I loved it.
I enjoyed it.
I'm one of those people that you get your favorite band, they can pretty much do no wrong in your eyes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Um,
Yeah.
But I definitely agreed with their mindset on, look, we're here to evolve. We're not going to stay the same and keep making the same songs and the same, the same sound. When they came out with their third album, Minutes to Midnight, their
That's what I was
sound
just-
completely changed.
See, that's what I was about to say. Is I enjoyed Meteora, and then whenever Minutes to Midnight came out, I remember I was going, "What?
What is this? Yeah,
Going out of what?"
yeah,
I was like, "Language, okay," because I'd heard some from because whenever Linkin Park first came out, I talked about this briefly on yesterday's podcast, but I think I cut it out actually. Yeah, I cut it out. A friend of mine from high school is the one that turned me on to him. And so, like I was sharing with you earlier, whenever I get into something, I get into it,
Yeah.
and to the point where I'm almost burned out on it.
That's an obsessive thing.
Yeah. And so I did
Which-
the same thing.
Which, not to interrupt you, is why I think you really need to make an attempt to finish out the Rogan podcast.
Oh, I need to. Yeah.
Because he talks on that exact subject of obsessing over something to the point to where it just controls your life. and I'm kind of the same way. It just doesn't. It burns out in the same day or maybe the same week.
Oh no, I usually go for it. It kind of it depends. It depends. It's usually months.
That's what Luke Combs said. It's like
Yeah.
it for 90 days,
Yeah.
120 days.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's not even. It can be a thing, or it can be a made up thing.
Yeah.
A thing that you think.
Yeah.
And he explains it like a thought that just happens. That's not really you. It's just a fading thought, and then all of a sudden you're obsessed. Why did I have that thought?
Yeah.
And then it just snowballs into this thing.
Part of with that for me, it's I don't know what it is, but it can be really good, or it can be really distracting.
Exactly what Luke said. You need to finish. You need to listen to it.
Yeah, I need to start. I haven't even watched it.
Yeah, that you're saying everything that he said.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, because it's if you don't have some sort of control in your life, then those obsessive thoughts and compulsions do take over, and they will control your life.
Yeah.
Whereas for the last 2 years I've learned how to submit my life over to God and allow Him to be that anchor point. And so I allow my thoughts to go back to that, or like I say over and over, I try to surround myself with those things so that whenever I do have lulls or whatever, the stuff that I've been hearing has been positive or godly, or things that are more healthy and towards what I want in my life, and being able to start things and finish them. And it's like I hope with this podcast thing, I don't think this is going to be a flash in the pan for me, because I remember a long time ago I used to do similar stuff, videos and stuff like that and everything. So I think I'm kind of late getting back on board with it, if anything.
Yeah. Well, in the way that you described it to me when we talked about this at the camp out was there's multiple different benefits to this. One, it's a great healthy hobby, as long as it doesn't get to the point of obsession like you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the point that you're at in your life now, just knowing you as well as I do now, I didn't know you before.
Yeah.
When things were that bad, but I've seen you.
Yeah,
go
but
through,
you've seen
it.
you've seen me come in and go through all the different processes. For the most part, you've been pretty damn close for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So
there were times where I would come knock on your door because you couldn't come out of your room and be like, Sam, I'm just letting you know, we're all still out here for you whenever you're ready, because I know that at one point in time you had told me that means something to you, to know that even though you're being reclusive, that there's still something on the other side of that door waiting for you.
Yes.
And I tried to assist with that in any way that I could when we were both in the program. But the other benefit, like we had spoken on before, is leaving a not only a vocal or visual reminder of who we are as people to our kids, but also a kind of a set the record straight thing. Like you were saying that if your son ever had a question about, I wonder what my dad thought on this topic.
Yeah.
Well, we have it right
Yeah.
there. This is exactly
this is
thought.
yes.
This is how he felt about this idea or this situation.
Yeah, that's why on some of it, that's why I was talking about leaving in some of the goofy stuff, or the stuff that's just
part of it.
it's like I can cut through a bunch of stuff and we can just go straight to meat or whatever.
Yeah.
But you miss out. You miss out seeing sometimes the process of getting to that.
Yeah.
And that's I don't want to leave that part out, because I mean, you see me, and sometimes like it's easy to look at me from the outside and say, well, he's doing this or whatever. And especially with my past, it's like you were talking about, you're watching the video and it's like, dude, you're on it. And it's like, it's just a manic episode.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's really that simple.
But you could tell in the video that you're referencing, you could tell that obviously you're not on it.
Right.
By on it, we mean back on
Yeah,
in our previous
yeah.
life. But because once you get everything settled and get it the way you want it,
Yeah.
I think that's part of the anxiety.
Yeah.
That I see is when you're trying to get things set up and you're all over the place, but
Yeah.
on that same video, once everything is how you want it, boom, you're
Zone in.
laser focused.
Yeah.
In. You're not antsy. You're not moving all over the place anymore. You're focused. You're clear. You're concise with your words. I didn't want to send that message out there that Sam's back on it.
Yeah, no.
take that
No.
moment,
Yeah, no. The only reason I even bring that up is because I've had people be like, "Oh, you're back on that shit," and it's like, well, no.
No,
It's like, no, I'm not.
this is just me.
This is me.
Yeah,
This is me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not this energetic. Sometimes I am. A lot of times I am. I just learned how to focus it. But yeah, whenever you see it in the process, I look scatterbrained as heck.
Yeah.
And I get it. I know. But it's part of it. Also, part of it for me is, like you said, I do kind of enjoy it. It is it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good, but it can be dangerous if you get stuck in that, and if it's not maintained, and if it's not checked. I used to use a lot of medication for that, and you saw me. I wonder how bad this is going to sound with the air conditioner just kicked on.
Yeah, is that the first time it's kicked on through this whole process, or I don't remember it being on until right now. Dude, your place holds its temperature very well.
Yeah, it really does.
I guess mine does too. It has cinder block walls, so it stays cooler than average. But I'm also a little bit on the husky side, so I keep my apartment at 65 degrees. We were joking earlier that my stomach could hold the mics since we didn't have boom mics. No, and that is one of the byproducts of me coming off of drugs. I don't want to make that as an excuse, but temporarily that void of addiction gets filled with food. I didn't eat for so long that now I'm going to make up for it. You know what I mean? It's something that I definitely need to start putting some effort back into slimming down some. I don't fit in my pants anymore.
I know. Yesterday, I was at the reception, the lunch for the funeral. My cousin passed, and we were standing there, and they were like, "Desserts here. Y'all need to take desserts." And I'm like, "No." It's like, I can't afford it. And they kind of looked at me, and I was like, "What?" It's like, I can't afford to buy new clothes. Like, I'm at that point where it's like I either lose weight or I have to buy new clothes. Well, I'm there.
Plus, this is your race car. You know what I mean? All of what you're doing here is your race car. Yeah. Some guys they have a money trap of a race car that all their money goes into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So this is my hot rod.
What you're building right now is your hot rod, your race car.
Yeah.
But I'm here to help any way I can. Whatever it takes to not only get this thing off the ground, but I'd like to see it be successful. I think that you're good at it. I've told you that before. I think that your video editing, and it's obviously something that's healthy for you to do, and a lot better than what we used to do.
Yeah. Yeah, the downside is I got to pay attention and prioritize my time, because I didn't wake up. I woke up late today because I was up until 2 o'clock. Yeah, editing.
Yeah. And
then I teach my class at 11 o'clock. So I walked in at 10:45, 10:50. Yeah. I barely made it. I woke up at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap, and I didn't have anything prepped or nothing. But on top of that, part of that is I'm okay with not always having stuff prepped, because I do have stuff.
Spontaneity leads to good things. I mean, we wouldn't be sitting here doing an unscripted podcast if we didn't believe in spontaneity.
Right. Speaking of which, this particular app will only record 30 minutes at a time.
So we got to be getting close to our...
We are 20 seconds away from 30 minutes. Ooh. See how fast that goes?
It
boom.
Feel like that.
Yeah. I know. Trust me. I'll sit here and I'll get going, and I look up and I'm like,
so are we gonna have to make another cut, or are we?
I want to pee.
How about we take some drink?